So hello friends, we'll be studying about the perineal membrane and the three types or the three structures present in these perineal membrane. So there is superficial space or superficial perineal space, below that there is perineal membrane, and below that there is deep perineal space. So it is like there is superficial perineal space, then comes the perineal membrane, then there is deep perineal space. So these comes under the perineum. So this is the structure of perineum: superficial perineal space, perineal membrane, deep perineal space. So this was just to make you understand superficial perineal space. So we'll study about the boundaries as well as the contents present in the superficial perineal space. First we'll write the three headings. So first one is superficial perineal space. So after that there comes perineal membrane, and then comes the deep perineal space, the deep perineal space. Okay, first, as I said, we'll look after the boundaries of the superficial perineal space. We'll study about each boundaries detailedly in the next video, but I'll just say the introduction of all these spaces as well as the membrane. So boundary, there are two types of boundaries: deep boundary as well as so first one, remember, there is boundary present on the deep, boundaries present on each side, boundaries present on anterior, boundary present on posterior. We'll study what are these boundaries in the next video. I'll just give the introduction. And what is the boundary present on the superficial? So superficial is nothing but below, whereas deep is the one which is above. Okay, so these are the boundaries: deep on each side, anterior, posterior, as well as the superior or below. So what are the contents of the superficial perineal space? First one is we'll study about the muscles present in the superficial perineal membrane. Next, about the ducts of these membrane, about the glands, structures present in the perineal membrane, nerves, as well as the artery. Okay, so this is done. Superficial perineal space is done. Next, we speak about the perineal membrane. As I had said, superficial perineal space, deep perineal space. So between that there is perineal membrane. So we'll see the attachments present on the perineal membrane. So consider this perineal membrane as a triangular structure. So it is a triangular structure. So it has an apex and it has a base as well as two lateral sides. So attachments will be to apex, base, as well as two lateral sides. And so what are these structures pierced by? These structures are pierced by all these things except muscles. All these four things except muscles. So it is pierced by a duct. It is pierced by a duct, a gland, a nerve, and a artery. Okay, so this is done about the perineal membrane. Next comes is the deep perineal space. We'll study about the boundaries as well as the contents of the deep perineal space. So first we'll look after the boundaries of the deep perineal space, they have all of the superficial perineal space except the posterior one. So first, as usual, it is the deep, which is the above one, and on the each side and anterior, as well as the superficial, which means the below one. So these are the boundaries of the deep perineal space. Now we look after the contents, which is same as the contents of the superficial perineal space. So we look after the contents. So contents, as I said, it is same as that of the superficial perineal space. It has muscles, it has ducts, some glands, nerves and artery. So that's it. It is the introduction about the superficial perineal space, the perineal membrane, as well as the deep perineal space. So in the next video, we'll be studying deeply about the boundaries of the superficial perineal space, perineal membrane, as well as the deep perineal space. The boundaries, what are these boundaries of the three space or the two space and single membrane in the perineum. Hope you like this video. Please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.